Hello again. So out here working. What I was showing you in the previous scene was me cutting the pipe. So that these are going to be the legs. There's 18 of them for the tent and the extension gable, and they have to be exactly 71 inches each. And so this is the cutting wheel that I've been using, and these are all the discs I'm going. This is the fourth disc. This kind of cutting goes through discs really quick. But I wanted to show you here, I'm putting tape on the end, not only to give it a precise cut, because when I put the tape on, then it's at the exact place where I need to cut it, but also when we fit these into the angles, I'm going to show you right here. Okay, it's snug. It's a lot more snug than without it. So this is Gorilla. This is just Gorilla tape. You know, a lot of you are familiar with Gorilla tape, and so so each of the ends of the pipes that are going to go into to one of these tent angles is going to have Gorilla tape on it in order to for the rigidity of the structure overall. So if everything fits more snugly and less room for play. So I haven't seen anyone on YouTube recommending this. I think I've seen just about every YouTube on building wall tents, and nobody has recommended using Gorilla tape in order to make a more snug fit in these tent angles. I'm going to show you my process here. I've already got the two pipes lined up. This is my this is the one that I'm using to measure all the pipes, so I know exactly how long it is. And so I got them side by side. and up against the bed of my truck there. Okay. So as you can see, I just got a tripod, and it'll make things easier to be able to have two hands to film at the same time. Okay. All right, so I got my tape there, and let's go ahead and give it a cut. So that's the process, and these are going to be the rafters. So they're the longest legs at 107 inches. Okay, so I'm making my cuts on the 47.5 inches, and these are the ones that are going to go in between. These are the eaves and the ridges. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing this. So this is, again, I select one pole that I measured very well to make sure that it's going to be the exact 47.5 inch that every other pole needs to be, and that's this pole right here. So I measure these up, make sure that they're in sync at the end there, and then I tape right here, put a piece of tape right here to show where I'm going to be cut. Again, this is Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is going to not only give me a precision cut, but it's also going to help to a more snug fit inside of the angles, and also less noise too. It's going to soften the noise. And the Gorilla Tape is a great idea. So let me make this cut here. So when you're setting up a wall tent, this is really the best way to do it, is to go ahead and lay everything out, lay out your angles, lay out your rafters, and everything's here except for the legs, which will go on last. So this way you can kind of organize everything, and you already have in your head how this is going to come together. So this is what I'm working on right now, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, so I'm getting the frame set up right now. Just wanted to show you a couple of things. First of all, these things are going to be sitting on footers that are going to hold it in place, and want to show you what this looks like. So that fits right inside the 1-inch EMT tubing, and I had to grind it down just a little bit on the edges there to get it to fit, which is good. I mean, it means it'll be a good snug fit. And I want to show you a couple of tricks here, because it can be tricky getting these things up. So And it's just because you put things together and then put something else together and it pulls apart what you just put together. It can be somewhat frustrating. So a couple of things I've learned, I've used this right here to kind of prop up the end, because getting the end up here is going to help pull in the legs on the side there. And then as that happens, as you can see, I've already got some of these footers in. Okay, and very importantly here is the ratchet strap. Now, the duct tape is Gorilla Tape. The Gorilla Tape is helping with helping the poles stay into the angles, but some of them not so much. Some of them are just slipping out. Yeah, even with the Gorilla Tape. So you use this will probably be the first of a series of ratchet straps used to hold the frame together while I'm building it. So don't be afraid to do that, to use ratchet straps, because it is going to make a huge difference. So talk to you later. Hi, it's me again. All right, so I got the tent portion of the frame set up. As you can see here, I did not set the extension gable up. Reason for that is I think that it'll get in the way, because my next step is going to be to actually lay out the tent and then bring the tent over this frame. And right now uh, you see that the angles are set on what are going to be the feet, but in between those are going to be the legs. And so this is actually going to be much, much, much higher. I'm going to have 6-foot walls. So the legs have already been cut. And once I put the tent on, pull the tent over this frame and set it into place, then I'll go ahead and start installing those legs. Okay, so the next step is complete. The frame is erected. Getting this over the frame was, what happened was I got that over the frame first, and then eventually was able to push up the legs underneath it. That was an act of Hercules. They're not kidding when they say this is a two-man job, at least a two-man job, but it's just me. So anyway, but today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go ahead and erect the frame for the extension gable, and I'm still deciding what I want to do as far as the rainfly, whether I want to put the solar panels directly. I have flexible solar panels, and I'm not sure if I want to put them directly on the rainfly so I can catch the sun as it hits this side here, or not. So I mean, that's a decision I'll have to make later. But this is where I'm at right now. Quite a step forward. All right, so after another really hot and hard day of work, this is what I all got done. So right now the tent is tied down at the corners. As you can see, the guy ropes at each corner and in the back too. Waiting for the hardware store to get in some more of these eye hooks before I hook up the rest of them. I went ahead and set up the extension, the frame extension, and for the gable, and so we'll go ahead and that's going to be the rainfly right now. So basically, what you have is the rainfly covers the entire tent and continues and extends to cover the gable frame as well. So it'll create a kind of a front porch. So that's where I'm at right now. So now we're ready to get the rainfly up, and so when you're working by yourself, I mean, obviously everything having to do with this tent is a two-man job. When you're doing it by yourself, you got to be creative. And so I had to get a rainfly over the top of this. How do you do that? All right. Well, for starters, you tie a rock to a rope or something heavy. It doesn't have to be a rock. Something that's small enough that you could toss it over the tent without hitting the tent. All right, and then it carries the rope over the top of the tent. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the other end of this rope and we're going to tie it to one of these D-rings. I'm going to do this again on the other side, and we're going to pull this rainfly over the top of this tent. Sounds much easier said than done, I know, but that's what I'm going to That's even on both sides there. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't make this. As you see, it's a couple inches short over there, and it's not reaching over the frame at all on this side. So they just made it just big enough. Ultimately, I'm gonna have to tug it over on this end to completely cover the tent portion and leave this end exposed. I mean, it'll look better once once it's tightened down with guide ropes. But I just wish that they could have given me about another foot, and that would have been okay with me. But the rainfly is on, and like I said, I did it all myself using 3 ropes and just tugging on them one at a time until the whole thing came over. Guess what? That's how the solar panels are going to get on there too. Okay, so I have the rainfly tied down at 4 corners. Obviously, I'm still waiting for the eye hook so I can tighten everything down even more, with more guide ropes. But at least for the moment, it's not going to blow off at the slightest breeze. Now you see the skirting here at the bottom. So what I'm going to end up doing here, the skirting is actually designed like if you're camping, it kind of flares out on the side, and then you pile snow or dirt on top of it to create kind of a seal. I don't have that. I have a platform, and so what I'm going to be doing here is using carpet tack board or tack strip to affix it firmly to the platform, and then work from there. So at least that'll seal it up. So, but anyway, not sure if that's the best idea, but it's the best idea I could come up with right now. Okay, this will be my final video or clip for this video. So I already started on the carpet tack strip to be used to secure the flap here against the deck, so, against the platform. So and it works out pretty good. I mean, 4 of them here covered that distance, covered one side precisely, and so the nails are on the wrong side, so the nails have to be kind of pried out and put in on the other side, so that the carpet tack side is facing towards what you can see there. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave off right now. There's a lot to do. I could go on and on with everything that I'm doing, but at some point I got to stop and make a video. So thanks for everyone for sticking with me, and for all of your support. Thank you for especially to the Sworensons, my friends, John and Karen. And so one more thing. The rainfly isn't long enough. So I mean, I already sent an email to the company saying I'm really disappointed. You know, I mean, it goes to the back end. You know, so I made sure that it extended all the way to the back end, so that it has that coverage against the rain. But when it goes all the way to the back end, there, then as you can see in the front on the gable, it just doesn't go far enough. So I was really disappointed in that, and I sent them an email. We'll go ahead and see how they respond to that. Anyway, thank you again, and I will see you next time.